The Warren Buffett mindset, how to think like a long-term investor. What if Warren Buffett's biggest investment advantage was never his ability to predict which stock would rise tomorrow? What if it was his ability to remain rational while everyone else was becoming emotional? That changes everything. Because for a beginner investor, the goal shouldn't be to become the next Warren Buffett. The goal is to develop the kind of thinking that prevents you from sabotaging your own money. Think about what happens when a stock you own suddenly falls 20%. Your first instinct might be to panic. You start checking the price constantly. You read negative headlines. You wonder whether you should sell. Buffett approaches the situation differently. He asks a more fundamental question. Has the underlying business become worse, or has the market simply changed its opinion? That distinction is powerful. A long-term investor learns to separate price from value. The market gives you a price every day, but that price isn't a command, it's an offer. You can accept it, reject it, or simply do nothing. And doing nothing is an underrated investment skill. This leads to one of Buffett's most important psychological advantages: patience. Most beginners think investing means constantly finding something to buy, but successful long-term investing can involve enormous amounts of waiting. Imagine planting an orange tree. You don't dig it up every morning to check whether the roots are growing. You give it water, protect it, and allow time to do its work. Compounding works in much the same way. The problem is that humans are wired for immediate feedback. We want results now. We want our investment to double quickly. We want to know whether we are winning. But wealth creation often rewards the person who can delay that gratification. There's another Buffett principle beginners can use immediately. Stay within your circle of competence. You don't need to understand every company, every cryptocurrency, every new technology, or every market trend. You only need to understand what you own. That sounds simple, but it protects you from one of the most dangerous forces in investing: FOMO. When everyone around you is making money from something you don't understand, your brain starts telling you that you are missing out. But Buffett's mindset asks a different question. If I don't understand how this makes money, why should I own it? That question can save you from a surprising number of bad decisions. And here's the deeper lesson. Long-term investing isn't primarily a test of intelligence, it's a test of temperament. You can know everything about valuation and still lose money because you panic. You can discover an excellent business and still destroy your returns by constantly buying and selling. You can have a good strategy and ruin it with overconfidence. Your biggest investment competitor may not be another investor, it may be you. So, what can a beginner actually do? Start by investing only in things you understand. Build the habit of thinking in years rather than weeks. Stop checking prices simply because you are anxious. Before buying anything, write down why you believe it is worth owning and what would prove your thesis wrong. Most importantly, learn to become comfortable with uncertainty. You don't need to predict the future. You need a process that can survive an uncertain future. That's perhaps the most important part of the Buffett mindset. The market will always produce excitement, fear, bubbles, crashes, and new opportunities. You cannot control any of that, but you can control how you respond. And when you stop trying to outsmart every movement in the market and start building the discipline to make fewer, better decisions, you begin to understand what long-term investing is really about. Buffett's secret may not be finding extraordinary opportunities every day. It may be having the patience and discipline to recognize a good opportunity, act rationally, and then let time work. That is the mindset a beginner can start building today.